I'm with Dr. Bauer, former superintendent of Bay Schools from 1974 to 1989, and a 2025 Hall of Fame inductee as a distinguished educator. So you came at a time, actually, 1974 was the second largest class that ever went through Bay High. 1979 was the largest, 391 versus 390. You had a dilemma. We didn't have enough room for all the kids. How'd you deal with that?
I had a good principal who knew how to organize. I'd give him most of the credit for being able to handle that larger group. And he was
Phil Mengert?
Phil Mengert. They called him Silent Phil.
They did.
And I don't think people really appreciate, we have a great high school.
Yep.
We had great teachers. It took Phil should get a lot of credit for selecting the staff members and being able to handle the growth in the program. The school had a great record. The principal deserves one credit for that. We've had some good principals since then, and the current one is a good. But they provide good leadership. But we've got great teachers.
Yeah, we did. He was referred to as Phantom Phil,
Yeah.
but if you think about it, the number of faculty that he hired, because they talk about it, Chet Sedonic, Chuck Robertson, it starts with who you put in those classrooms to lead those classes and the relationships they had with the kids and the things that they've done. So it was a crazy time because you also dealt with the energy crisis, and that's right when we were in school. So the split days.
Yeah, that was a testing period for us, and we didn't get any help from the gas company. But we had the middle school sharing the high school because the middle school was dependent on gas. We bought and buried an oil tank out here to heat with oil, and actually, the board president and I took a trip down to see if we couldn't buy some gas right at a new well coming in down in Coshocton County we heard about. And we were willing to buy from it. We couldn't figure out how to get it up here. Wasn't any good connection. And the thrilling part of that event was there were other districts that had the same problem, that were served by the same gas company. And we were sort of the leaders in that program, and our board ended up suing the gas company to allow us to reopen. And I think the biggest thrill in my career was I was on the stand and the gas company's lawyer asked me, what would just one day, we may be ready to open tomorrow or the next day. What would it hurt if they missed another day or so? And I gave him sort of a long-winded superintendent's answer, and the lawyer interrupted me and said, talked to the judge and said, I move that his testimony be stricken from the record on the grounds it's not relevant to the issue. And the judge looked at me and said, I thought it was damn relevant. And my board president's out there going like...
So you guys were suing Columbia Gas at the
Yes.
time, who it was, because you were converting from natural gas to oil to survive.
Yes. And there's another thing that I think I can talk about it now. They swore us to secrecy, but one of the major companies in the area gave us part of their allotment of gas.
Did they?
And even with all of those things going on, we still weren't able to be completely independent of the gas company.
Amazing. I'm going to continue.